From the West Coast, we're coming to you live from the NFL's newest and the world's most expensive stadium. State-of-the-art SoFi here in Inglewood, California. Will Reichert has it all teed up. And off we go from SoFi. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Drew Phillips making the tackle. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
It's a 3-yard gain, only a yard shy of the marker on 3rd down. An option give to Robinson. Dukes out a one-stop. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down. Another carry for Robinson. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And it's a nice gain, but they needed just 1 more yard to move the chains. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they need the same now here on 3rd down. Staying with Robinson. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches. And the QB keeps it on the sneak. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
You run that sneak there because you know you can rely. Trust with a capital T on the big fellas to do just enough. Get just enough push in the middle so that QB can fall forward. And as we just saw, it's really hard to stop.
A toss now to Robinson. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Here's a counter give to Robinson. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
His charge towards the line, that's right around 3 yards.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
On play action now, Wilson. Buying some time right. That's low and bounces short of his man. First time this game they've looked to him. And that takes them to 3rd down. Robinson on the inside give. And he's going to take this only to about the 31. Call it a couple of yards, and it's 4th down and 5. here's Russ. And all their pressure gets it done. That's a sack on fourth down as they force the turnover.
Well, this one never had a chance. Between the pressure right there in his face and the coverage downfield, quarterback still should have at least thrown it up there and given somebody an opportunity to make a play.
So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. First play, Murray's letting it rip. Flush down now to his left. It's out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. First carry now for Kyron Williams. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Offense up to the line fast. First and 10, Murray. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
On 2nd and 10, it's Murray. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Out of the gun, here's Murray. His running back hauls it in deep right. And he's got enough to move the sticks.
Yeah, right there. That's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I.
And he gets in. Touchdown! The Chargers finish off their opening drive. It's a Kyler Murray touchdown on a quarterback sneak to the end zone. One after try good by Reichert. And the Chargers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. And he got all of that one, that's for sure. But with our new kickoff rules in play this year, that means the football is going to be spotted at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Russ now from the gun. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
They get 27 on the play. And that's good for a Buccaneer 1st down. Russ is cooking again. Neighbors with the catch. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Sticking in the air with Wilson. Escapes the pocket. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw to force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, and you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throw away.
He's on the move. Oh, the football's loose. And it's a turnover. The defense has it. And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
You're using this play to try for a first down, but also set up whatever in your back pocket for third down. But you know what? Throw it all away. None of it matters now if you can't hang on to the doggone football. And the defense pounces on that one in a hurry.
And he found some running room for a nice gain. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
They won't snap it in time. That is going to be the end of the first quarter. 7-0 is our score. We're back to SoFi right after this. We're back and all set for the second quarter. Charger football. They have it on 2nd and short. He puts some power on a deep one left. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Buccaneers have it as he records his 7th interception of the season. Well, okay, I guess we've got a couple of very giving teams today, Brock. One side coughs it up with a fumble. Then the other side graciously hands it right back with the interception.
Hey, listen, if you like playmaking defenses, then you like this game right here. These defenses, they're the ones supplying the big plays, and they're putting their stamp on this game.
Wilson with it on first. That's taken in by Tucker. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Jarvarius Ward brings him down.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the gun, it's Robinson. And he'll get this down to the 40. It's a pickup of 3. They're going to need 3 more now on 3rd down.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Extra defender in the secondary now for the Chargers. 3rd down coming. Shotgun snap. We give to Robinson. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard there. Now a tough call to make on 4th and short inside of field goal range. Shotgun snap for Wilson. Throw is caught by the back. Escapes a defender. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. What a call. They wind up with 12 on 4th down and pull off the conversion. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. Got Washington. It's complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal. Here's Robinson. And the hit stops him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line. No gain that time, and now it'll be 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he hauls it in for the Tampa touchdown. The Buccaneers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. Deontay Hardy to return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. That's caught. It's Cade Otton. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. Give to Williams from the gun. Has a lane inside the 35. And he's all the way down to the 32-yard line. Working quickly here. Murray here on 1st down. Stays in the pocket. Now he's forced out. Ooh, that play going nowhere. So he slides down and takes the loss.
That is an effort play. I love that by the defense. Corralling the QB behind the line. It can be tough to track these guys down when they decide to scramble. What excellent pursuit. Stay on him the entire way.
Operating from the gun. Here's Murray. Got his target. It's Otton. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And the Chargers will have a first. Working inside the red zone. This one's taken in by Otton. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. They go with Williams on the counter. And he'll take this only to about the 11 before going down. Offense in the hurry up here. Murray to throw here on 3rd. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. A dose of the hurry up offense here. Williams goes up and over for the touchdown. The Chargers grow their lead just before halftime. Kyron Williams, the touchdown. For a second, looked like the Chargers offense was coming off, but no, coaches say stay out there. We're going for 2. Nothing doing on that 2-point opportunity. A fail on the conversion. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. And that one hit the landing zone first and then into the end zone. So it's going to be a touchback out to the 20. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Wilson now from the gun. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. Malik Neighbors, the one he was throwing for. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again is Russ. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wants it to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
And he's brought down before the return gets far. That's going to be a highlight there, a 68-yard punt. And the Chargers take possession. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Putting the tight end in motion. On 1st and 10, it's Murray. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So it's second down coming up.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
So a little too much contact on the part of the defender, and the officials flag him for it. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. From the gun, it's Murray. Throws into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Buccaneers have it now on his 8th pick of the year.
Well, that's now his second time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the second on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
And this one does not go far.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically. How you defend some of these players today, because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
And he'll be brought down at about the 29. Tampa spends its second timeout now. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. First down, here's Russ. He throws a bullet deep to the... He's got it deep downfield. And he hauls it in for the Tampa touchdown. The Buccaneers parlay the interception into points. And this one, thankfully, not off the mark. He gets it to go. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Hardy on the return. Oh, some trickery here on the return. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Eward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Well, we're set up for an incredible second half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. This return starts at the 5. Finds some space, he's past the 30. They'll take over at the 39-yard line. Nice return there.
Hey, we're dead even here through 2 quarters, and you know exactly what that means. That means both coaching staffs emphasized coming out strong here to begin the second half. Well, that return puts you in great position to do so and maybe even take control of this game.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Caught Williams, and it's complete. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. The 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Hey, don't get me wrong, Kate. Every defensive guy, they watch tape in their own ways. But linebackers, well, they're a little bit like quarterbacks. They got to develop that sixth sense by watching that tape so they can diagnose and get home in a hurry like he just did.
Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And that brings up 4th and short. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark, really, from the first snap through this second half. There have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered. That's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Blitz coming, Russ. On the move, headed right. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Andrew Phillips. And the Chargers put together a wonderful return. Gets him back inside the 40 following the interception. Wow, this has been a great game so far, Brock. A hard-fought first half, but they're really offering an edge to their opponent here by throwing a pick on their opening drive.
And now we'll get to see if they can capitalize that and pull ahead. They've already got the ball once this half. You know that they're loose, and now they get it back just one snap later.
Moving quickly, trying to get set again. First and 10, Murray. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. Offense up to the line fast. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Chargers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's a Kyler Murray touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Chargers break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. And that one's going to skip across the goal line and into the end zone. So the football will come back out to the 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. That's going to be caught by Mingo. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Not enough on this throw. It hits the turf instead of his man. No luck finding his receiver that time. So that brings up second down. Russ now from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock. And physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
That's caught for the first. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. They got 24 yards on the play. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down. Here's Robinson up the middle. Down the sideline inside the 30. He picks up 28 on the play. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down. From the red zone now. He's on the move. He loses the football. And it's scooped down. And a great return comes to an end with the tackle.
Kate, did those sidelines get loud or what? It was practically in unison. Everybody's shouting to jump on top of that one. We just needed an official signal if it was 6 points or a touchback. Unfortunately for them, well, it was a touchback.
And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. They'll come up first and 10. Murray. Pass caught, 9-yard line. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. Working quickly here. First down from the red zone. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Another snap from the 8 here. It's second and goal. They'll give it to Williams on the option. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Offense in the hurry up here. Murray, third and goal. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction. Will Reichert now to try the field goal. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. Smith able to put it through. And that'll push it to double digits in a two-possession game.
In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
Trey Tucker to return it. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Wilson. Finds his target, Robinson. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Able to hit Robinson, complete. And he'll get it up to the 44. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good enough for a Tampa 1st down. From the gun, it's Wilson. Neighbors with the catch. And this one doesn't go far.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, give your quarterback a chance.
That one's caught along the left sideline. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good for a Buccaneer 1st down. Russ is cooking again. Got Washington, it's complete. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down. So we're through 3 here. It's Buccaneer football. They trail, but it's still within reach for them. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Sticking in the air with Wilson. Has him running the comeback. And he's out of bounds, a little short of the 10. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st. Throwing again, here's Wilson. And they will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers make it a 4-point game here in the 4th. They can tack on one more now, bring things back to within a field goal.
The kick is good. Makes the score 23. Buccaneers 20.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Hardy on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's Williams to start the drive. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Murray here on 1st down. Completed over the middle. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. On 2nd down, a run with Williams. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a 1st down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you want to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
It's taken in by Williams. And a solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun. Here's Murray. Searches from the... This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
You're not going to see it in the box score, Kate, at the end of the game, but that was some high-quality zone coverage right there. Great design. Tremendous communication. Everybody trusting one another, and it allowed them to just collapse that pocket and finally get home.
Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on fourth. They snap it to Murray. This one taken in by Chase. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. That's a gain of 10, and staring at a turnover on downs, Brock, they pick up the first instead.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
From the gun, it's Murray. Escapes the pocket. And wisely avoids contact, sliding down there. That played good enough for a first. Offense up to the line fast. From the gun, a carry by Williams. And he gets very good yardage there. That's down inside. 9 yards. Looks like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the Bucs 9-yard line.
They stay on the ground with Williams. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers make it a 9-point advantage. Kyron Williams, the touchdown. Record there to tack on the extra point. And the Chargers make it a 10-point ball game. Here's Reichard set to kick this away. And they won't return this, so with the new rules and because it hit in the landing zone first, the touchback will only come out to the 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Wilson now from the gun. Into the hands of Tucker, complete. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. To throw, here's Wilson. Hits his running back. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down. Russ setting to throw. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And the Chargers will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game without true interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out and throw an interception, but you got to go get it. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
Got it off that interception, Brock. Let's see if they can pay that off with points. Here's 1st and goal. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And he will score. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Chargers take a 3-possession lead. Here's Reichard set to kick this away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Chargers take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
This is a time that the communication upstairs from the booth, Kate, down to the field, it starts to get just a little bit hot. These eyes in the sky, they've got to help this quarterback try to see the field, because right now, with the 3rd interception, man, he is killing his team.
On 1st and 10, it's Murray. Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. Sidney Brown makes the play. And the Buccaneers take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Well, they had the advantage for a moment, Brock, but turns out that is all just that moment, because they throw an interception and give the ball right back.
And for once, both coaches on both sidelines are preaching the same message: take care of the ball. Not often you see back-to-back plays end in interceptions, and we're right back to where we were just a couple moments ago.
It's the 2-minute warning here in L.A. Buccaneers hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out. Russ now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down after a short gain.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball. You know, Kate, my years in Indianapolis with Peyton, he loved to know the tendencies of a defense. And 3rd and short, more often than not, all across the league, you get man-to-man coverage. It really is a good time to throw. Unfortunately, couldn't execute that pass in a 4th down instead.
So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Completes this one to Chase. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. Oh, look at this. He's set up to throw. He's on the move. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal. Keeping that pace going as the clock continues to run. Now Kyler. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So the incompletion on 1st. Here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw, Murray. And this is going to be an LA touchdown. The Chargers put up even more points in a win. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That one splits the uprights. And the Chargers make it a 24-point ball game. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Tucker now on the return. He lost the football. And the fumble recovery is made. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
These guys are flying down the field. Reminds me of the guys at Braveheart. But different than Braveheart, these guys got 2 things on their mind. Number 1, get the returner down, and number 2.
And they're not stopping the destruction, partner. That is caught. Touchdown. The Chargers keep running away with this. Reichert on for the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Chargers grow their lead yet again. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Return starts at the 3. And they've got a long field ahead, Brock. Got to him early on the return and laid a big hit on it. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Wilson. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up.
It isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up. From the gun, it's Wilson. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost.